everybody. I have not done an update on my tattoo for a very long time, and I wanted to do one today because I am, it's the 16th, so it's only 10 days left until this project is over, which is like really insane that I'm less than 2 weeks before the end. It's been a really reflective process and one that's, taught me a lot and been integrated into a daily routine, which is really cool because I feel like I'm sort of a creature of routines in some ways. I feel like I need some grounding routines in my life to just sort of keep me on balance, and then I love spontaneity sort of outside of those routines, but those things keep me grounded. So, just like things that everyone does, eating at the same time, and your daily care routine, your skincare, or like makeup or workout or whatever. So it's been added to that. One of mine is reading. I've read every single day since probably middle school, but definitely high school. I read at night or I read on my lunch break. So this one has been seamlessly integrated into my routine, and now I'm getting ready to leave it. And it feels like, it kind of feels like finishing a book or finishing a movie or anything like that, where it's a finite amount of time. It feels like you're losing a friend. So here's a shot of it. Here's where I started. And it wraps all the way around. And then, of course, it's very far off, and here's where I am. Quite close to my elbow, actually. I've got another 10 dots, so probably, end here or so. And so that's really wild, of course. It's really far apart, which, whatever, I don't mind. It definitely followed the curvature of my arm, since I wasn't following a stencil or wasn't doing anything like that. Sort of organically changed path, and that's okay. It is what it is. And now I'm thinking and plotting about what I'm going to do the day that I end it. I didn't put these things together for some reason, but last year I was on spring break whenever I started this project, and this year, hey, who knew, I'm also going to be on spring break, which is great. And it's a big time of reflection right now for me, because I will be done with my last actual quarter of classes. So spring quarter is just me working on my thesis, and but there's no real classes, no real coursework. So it's like things have sort of come full circle, and it's not only talking about my daily routine, but kind of talking about the last real chunk of time that I spent in grad school. And it'll sort of be a physical reminder of, making art, of the passage of time, but then more specifically tied to the time in which I was going through this big transition in my life, getting another degree, and just pursuing like a path that I really, truly chose and sought out for myself. So it's gonna be bittersweet to leave that behind. And I think the day that it's over, March 26th, 10 days from now, I want to do a tattoo that is 365 dots, but done in one sitting. And I think I'll probably do it, and it'll sort of be a circle or something inside of that sort of touches both lines. I think I'm gonna do it in red ink, just so that there's a distinction between this is what I did for the year and then this is what I did the day of. And I think that sort of speaks to the passage of time and the malleability of time and how we think about it. So just this very simple line, 365 dots, took me 365 days. And then these other 365 dots took me, who knows how long it'll take me, but half hour, maybe an hour, you know, it's like you can achieve the same thing meditatively, one step at a time, or you can achieve something great in like an hour. So or one day. So it's sort of talking about that too, about productivity, and motivation, planning, execution. It's sort of touching on all of those things that are really interesting, especially when it intersects with art making. When you talk about a daily practice of art making and how that integrates in your life and makes you better, makes you a better artist, makes you a better human. And also like the spontaneity and the beauty of letting something happen quickly and making rash decisions and sort of just saying like, this is what I'm going to do, and then putting it down on paper and just like letting it spill out of you. So yeah, it's sort of talking about that dichotomy of a practice versus spontaneous mark making or anything like that. So I think that that's what I'm going to do. I'm not like 100%, I'm like 98% sure that that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be a circle with 365 dots inside of it, red ink, kind of intersecting both of those lines on the 26th. I have 10 days to figure it out. So, but yeah, that's my quick update on what's going on with this. For next year, this has become such a big part of my life that I feel I have to fill the void of what's going to be, you know, gone whenever I finish this project. I could continue on another tattoo, but I think that this happened at the right place at the right time, and that continuing it on might seem forced or something. I just want it to be done. That's sort of the beauty and the agony of like, you know, doing something for a long time and then deciding to finish it. So I think I'm about 75% sure, and I also need to get my ass in gear about deciding, making this decision. I think I'm gonna try to dance every day. I definitely wanna, I have like lots of feelings about my body, just like the way that I feel about it, the way that I look, the sort of aches and pains that are creaking in with getting a little bit older. It's all like discouraging and a little bit scary to me. And I know a lot of women and, you know, people, anyone, but women in general sort of struggle with body image and all that. So, and dancing is something that connects me with my physical body. It makes me feel confident and beautiful and, you know, competent. And so I think doing that every day would serve me really well in this next year as I transition out of school and, you know, sort of find my feet underneath me in a career. So I think I'm going to try to dance every day and record it. I think I'm going to do at least half an hour of like maybe 15 minutes of stretching and 15 minutes of dance, like wherever I am. And if I'm at a dance class, I would count that as like the practice. So I think that that's where I'm going with that. And then recording a really small snippet of that, maybe 30 seconds to a minute, or like recording a song and then editing it down so that at the end of this process, in the way that I had like a physical manifestation of this project forever, I would have like a video of all the clips sort of compiled together. That's the thing though, if I did a minute, that would be really long. It'd be 365 minutes, which is like a really long, it'd be like a movie. And like, who wants to watch that? So maybe I'll just edit it down to like 10-second clips of each day, just picking a random sort of chunk of the video that I record and then compiling those. Or maybe even, might be nice just to get like a GoPro and just hit record every day while I'm dancing at some point and just like record myself for 30 seconds and then that's it. Like, it'd be interesting to not view it or not edit it, just sort of take those pure moments of like, this is what I did with this 30 seconds today, you know, no editing, no manipulating. That might be a really interesting concept. So I'm still hashing that out in my brain. But I'm pretty certain that it will be dancing every day. Plus just like the physical, positive physical effects that it can have on your health is great. Stretching, I've been having like issues with my hips and stuff, so I think that would all just feed into a really positive practice for me, connecting my body image with, you know, my mind, and making me feel confident, competent, making me a better dancer, making me less sore or stiff. I think all that would be really positive. So I think that that's going to fill the void of the tattoo project. I definitely will miss like having an art making practice, although dance is art. It's just sort of a different iteration. So one could argue that it is actually just the same thing, but sort of making visual art, physical art, is something that I'm also interested in keeping in my daily practice. So I don't know, maybe I'll get really ambitious and try two things. Try like making art, physical art every day in addition to dancing. Like maybe this is where the project is going, and that every year I add another layer on, I add something else to my practice. So we'll see how it goes in the capacity that I have. I'm gonna be out of grad school for most of the next year, so I feel like I'll have a little bit more focus and energy to commit to something that's more than just like less than 5 minutes of like stabbing myself every day. So yeah, so that's like where it's at. I'm 10 days away. I'll do a video whenever I am done with this, and maybe a little video of me doing the other tattoo that's going to go on top of this, but I'll keep y'all updated.